Okay, so if you want to just see the battle and not listen to me ranting about computer shit for the next 3 minutes, then probably skip it to about 3 minutes in. But we're gonna start this little upload off with just saying. So Sunday, I clicked on a website and an advertisement gave me a virus. I followed some instructions on the internet from antivirus stuff with the program on my computer, and it told me that I could like reset some settings in my Chrome pretty much to like kind of get that out of my system because my computer was slow and a lot of pop-ups were happening, and that was fucked up. So I did that, but that also caused me to lose all my teams. Didn't really want to lose all my teams, so I actually found a way to set my computer back like 5 days or a week, like a computer like reset back to a reset point. That didn't work. In fact, it didn't work so much that it corrupted some part of my hardware. My computer was fucked. I got a cycle of blue screen of deaths. It was really bad. Wasted hours and hours of my Sunday on this. Um, from there, unfortunately, I had to come to a rough determination that I had to factory reset my computer. So on Sunday night and all of Monday, I was like working to like re-download shit. I'm still working to get my team builder back. I have all of like relevant SM teams from team tournaments and shit I've used, and beyond like stuff I built within the last month or two, which I never really pasted anywhere because I'm not in any SM tours right now. Whatever. It happens. It's fine. Still working to get through Oras, Black White, all these teams. You have to start preparing for SPL because of it. But yeah, it sucks. Anyway, I was like, you know what? Now that I've got a new computer, so much space on it, like fresh computer, not new. It's the same computer, but factory reset, so it's basically new. Um, I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to download OBS. We're going to kind of ramp up the scale of the recording quality because why not? Did that. OBS was not going well with my computer. It made everything slower, and on top of that, figuring it out and how to like record part of the screen and all the little detail sources and whatnot. Even through watching a tutorial on YouTube, it was a pain in the ass. I wasn't going to spend an hour just to get a couple recordings a week up better in quality. I'm sorry, guys. I just have too much going on. Thinking maybe next month I'll try and get that for real, but yeah, no. So then I downloaded Camtasia. Because like, you know what? I'm still not going to try and settle for Hypercam yet. So Camtasia, month free trial. I'm not paying for this shit. Not until I get my job at least, because I'm kind of tight on cash right now. Fine, no big deal, no big deal at all. So I do that and I record a 35, maybe 40 minute long live, where I'm kind of going through like all like the specific intricacies of my computer troubles and whatnot. I've also got some SS games. It's pretty fun. Then it didn't really transfer to YouTube file. I couldn't upload it directly. I needed to like pay for it to do that directly to YouTube, and I couldn't transfer the file type because it fucked my computer. So I'm convinced there's still some trouble with my computer. But regardless, that didn't work. It was a waste of an hour of my time when it was all said and done. So I was like, okay, this is getting beyond frustrating. So I finally just said, screw it. I want to get these black white games up because I'm doing that every single week. Download Hypercam. Take one of that, actually pretty good. But then Hypercam completely goes boom. My computer shuts down. First recording. So now, second take of this, like fifth try overall. I put last 2 hours into this. Let's fucking get it for once and for all. So yeah. Um, Basically, this is a Week 7 game between Frania and Twixtry. Maybe not the most familiar names of Black White. Frania is more known as doubles player. Played OU in World Cup. Got pretty lucky against my boy Leo, unfortunately. But he's definitely a formidable singles player. Has seen some nice aggressive reads in most of his games. This guy's got balls, that's for sure. I played him in some games, solid. And using a pretty standard six. We've seen this six before. We've seen the same six with Rear Nicholas over Alcazam, even more. Really solid standard. Can't go wrong with it. Tried and true team. Twixtry, on the other hand, Dr. Catano wasn't black white previously for the Ruiners, but Twixtry wasn't SS, but he can play black white well enough. Made a fine black white cup. Made it to tour playoffs when black white was in. So yeah, formidable opponent as well. Was doing all right in SS. Moved down because Dr. Catano was RBY this week. Because Erpris was recovering from some surgery, and Alexander was like, screw it, I never want to play RBY again. Which, hey, I can't blame you. But yeah, Ruiners in playoff contention, so trying to figure out that optimal lineup. Twixtry's in this week. He's a pretty solid team. I'm not too huge on the four spike vulnerable without removal, especially considering that Pharaoh and Latios very much do let up opposing spikes, but I think it's manageable. I really like Keldeo plus Tar right now. Protect Tox Keldeo in particular. So yeah, can really be a manageable game here. Looks like both sides have some solid win paths, so let's wait and see. As for leads, Frania should lead with Red and W. Tran, Hydro, Pharaoh, Wisp, Lottie, you could either Heart, Tar, or just Volt. Keldeo, Volt, etc. As for Twixtry, you can lead Pharaoh just to get Hazard. You can lead Lando if you don't anticipate Road and W, or you can lead Tran as kind of a mid ground. We'll wait and see. But Frania is going to commit the cardinal sin of black-white gameplay turn 1. And I am so annoyed by people who do this. I was annoyed when Sakura did it week 1, and I'm glad he got burnt for it. But leading Latios against Sand is so stupid. I am upset at it. It is dumb. Frania misplayed off the bat here. It wasn't even a play. It was lead. He misled right off the bat here. Because the best case scenario is you get a trick off. When the fact of the matter is that getting that wisp off with run W does the same thing but more because you keep the trick for later and you keep the good item on Latios. And he really doesn't need to check Keldeo much more with like potential recover less than being able to switch up moves because he still has Rotom and he still has Alakazam and he has Sands and Spikes and whatnot. So like Specs Latios can go off in this game despite facing 2 Steel types and Protect and Tar. But he's gonna like try and trick it off turn 1. But then if he encounters lead Tar, then he's down 6-5 with very little show for it. Or if someone switches Tar, like it's just like fuck, man. So unless you're Flame Orb, leading Latios versus Sand is dumb. And he's not Flame Orb on this. I can guarantee it. He is Specs. It is like an obvious 6. So yeah, I am disturbed by this, but he got away with it because it's against the Pharaoh, so it's game to trick. And Twixtry is kind of scared to go on Tar for a number of reasons that are valid. So it's just like, fuck you, Frania. This is a stupid lead. Pharaoh's a fine lead, but he's going to predict the trick and just go Tran. And it works out, but like, damn it. You don't lead Latios for Sand. It's just, it's backwards us playing. It's not, it defeats the purpose of playing these teams. And he's going to ultimately get burnt for it. Because while tricks are Tran, fucking Pharaoh's going to come in and get free knock. So all of a sudden he's an advantage. So you see Frania tries to trade the knock here. But instead he lets him get the leftovers up before trading the knock. So he's going to go for Rocks first, which is greedy. I guess he was scared of knocking the Scarf off Tran, but like the first turn, but you should have done it the second turn at that point because he's committed to spiking. Whatever. It is what it is. He gets to knock off there after it recovers leftovers. Now Trixie's going to go Tran. I don't know why spikes aren't showing fully in the animation, but whatever. You see, there are spikes up, basically. Tran's going to go for the Specs Plume there and burn the Rotom. It's now all of a sudden the Rotom that should have been in first, burning the Pharaoh to begin with, is now burnt and weakened, and the opposing Pharaoh still is not burnt because it's going to be vaulted into here, but that's a hard play to make because you're facing against the Tran. So now, but the Alakazam's going to come in, which is like, okay, if this was burnt or knocked earlier, then it would have been in range, but to make matters worse, it's going to miss the Focus Blast. But I mean, Alakazam's supposed to be used later on in the game. Like, it's just order of operations early game for Frania was completely head-ass. And it shows why he's not really a black-white player. But he's going to get out of it okay because he's going to second Focus Blast, kill the Pharaoh, get just a little chip, and now he's going to need to Rotom in, which is going to bait in Landorus, interestingly enough. I would have went Latios there, or even Tran, if the Tran was faster. I don't think it was, though. So anyway, U-turn's actually going to threaten it out. I was scared of like Fighting Gem, I guess. And Keldio's going to come in here. Keldio's going to predict it to U-turn lock, I guess. Or just be okay with that trade. Going to go for the Skull. The burn would be pretty big here, potentially. Going to get that burn. If Frania's recovery move is, if fourth move is a recovery move, he's probably going to go for that on a Protect. And nicely done there by Frania. Okay. So he's going to be healthy again. Tran's going to come in here kind of as fodder. With spikes up, you're going to have to fodder because Tar can't come in and 1v1 it as easily as otherwise. So Tran's going to go down there, and Lighter can be at 82. So Pursuit isn't going to quite be able to kill it in one. But Draco there, though, scared of the crunch and wanted to get off as much damage as possible. It's fine. Pursuit. And now, nice play here from Twixtry. Draco's going to miss, but it doesn't matter. Rocks are going to appear. Draco's in 2-kill anyway. And this Tar is good as fodder to Lander's Q-turn afterwards. And then the second Draco's going to hit, just showing damage again. Yeah, not going to 2-kill regardless. He's going to take that out. That is good. So now Rocks up for Twixtry is also good. Going to chip the Landorus each time, but Landorus is going to be able to take this Tar out, which would die to the spikes, which are invisible again for whatever reason. 4-3 for Frania, but it's going to be pretty close, come down to the wire. Now here, after the burn damage, it's in Keldio's Sacred Sword range, so you should go Keldeo and just click Sacred Sword. But Twixtry, for whatever reason, is going to be really scared of like a really physically defensive Rotom W, which even then it's like a roll. It should have just Sacred Sworded there, but didn't protect it as Landorus comes in, which would have shrugged it off, but like would have been chipped anyway. So chip could have been big, so misplay there, protecting there. But then he's going to make a nice play in the Protect. Instead of protecting, he's going to switch to Landorus on Earthquake. But then he's going to U-turn. If he's scared of HPS blocking Tar, then Pursuit Trap it, I guess. Fair. But that's going to let... Keldio's going to come in again. But now, like, if it just killed his Rotom before... I guess he could kill it now because he switched out before. Like, yeah, no, if he stayed in Sacred Sword, Frania stayed in before, but Frania had the foresight switch to Landorus, and for whatever reason, Trickster protected, it's still taking the free damage. So, yeah, rough sequence there for Trickster, because this is now, like, weakened after hazards. It's, like, in HP ice range and shit, so he's going to protect there, Earthquake, and now, bit of a 50-50 here, although not really, because Twixtry can just go to Landorus. So Twixtry does just that. He's going to go to Landorus on the Pharaoh, and Pharaoh's going to be -1, because Keldeo was slower than Landorus in the switch out. So Earthquake's going to do 37, but Powerup's going to crit, which really sucks for Twixtry. Would have came down to like some 50-50s and speed tiers and whatnot. I think Twixtry was even minorly, like somewhat favored. I don't know why I said minorly. It really depends. I don't know the spreads and whatnot. But anyway, Sacred Sword's going to at least take out Ferrothorn, but too little, too late. Game is going to pretty much be over. Keller dies to hazards, as the invisible spike would kill it after rocks. Earthquakes can be locked into there, which is great because you just go Latios here. But what I don't get here is he should have foddered the Tar and then went Landorus and U-turn lock, but I guess he's like scared of, I don't know, but whatever. Now crit can win, but not going to be able to get the crit. Crunch is going to take out Gladius, and it's going to be game. So it's a 1-0 victory for Frania with some unfortunate luck for Twixtry. That's going to be game. Really enjoy seeing both these guys in black white, even if it wasn't played perfectly. Some fresh teams, some fresh mindsets. Always cool to see. Definitely solid on both sides. Frania got a bit more fortunate there, but yeah, good game. Well played. This is Finch. Peace.